Enumeration option is set to off.
Welcome everyone to the home of the war chant, Osceola, Renegade, and the Florida State Seminoles, a place simply known to some as the Doak. We've got a terrific matchup for you today, rich in pageantry and tradition, and it ought to be a fantastic clash. As we'll see a squad from the Mountain West, a squad looking to put on a show, taking on a team from the ACC, the Florida State Seminoles. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. Kicker has everything lined up and about set to get this one underway. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So Florida State's offense will have first crack at this one. It's often said quarterback is the most high-profile position in sports, and when you have a guy like this, how could it not be?
Yeah, he's the guy that the defense is going to be keying on. They've had all week long to watch film to get ready for him, but David, when you have his kind of athletic ability and his kind of arm talent, he is so difficult to stop.
Yeah, you can have all week, you can have all season. This guy is so dynamic at the quarterback spot. They trust him. They know what he brings to the table. This offense revolves around what he can do.
The Noles can really attack on this second and short. Leaves it with the back. And he'll move his way forward to the first down. They'll mark it at the 35. The Noles injecting some attitude, throwing the spear down and declaring they're going to run the football.
Run the football, be aggressive. This is the part of the offense that, remember, it was a long time Florida State offensive line play wasn't good enough. You got to get that physicality, that run game, if they want to be a great program again.
They say tight ends are a quarterback's best friend in the pass game because think about it. The tight end's the guy lined up closest to the quarterback, which means generally those are the...
Breaks into the open. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line.
And those aren't the guys I'm leaving open on defense. These slot wide receivers, they've got the space in the middle of the field to work. I got to make sure that I got somebody inside of him. I got somebody outside of him. I can't give him the football because a lot of times these guys, they're good with it after the catch. They got that quickness. They got that speed, and he showed some of it there.
The Seminoles with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Caught in the backfield, it's Harper. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain.
Great play by the cornerback. He was just way too physical at the point of attack. He beat his man trying to block him, and he tackled that receiver on the screen.
On third and short, they'll try to pick it up on the ground here. Knocked down in the backfield, and that'll bring up fourth down. No sign of the punt team as they will go for it and try to move those chains. Needs it to keep this drive alive. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on fourth down? Hopefully we'll see a performance today like the one that this guy had last week when basically he just ran wild through the defense.
He made that defense look silly. Out in the open field, he was making people miss, breaking tackles, scoring touchdown after touchdown. And this offense has vowed to find new ways to get him the football. So we're going to see something else that we haven't.
He's loose. The 10. All the way in for the touchdown.
Yeah, and this offense, man, they look good. They looked great last week, obviously putting up huge numbers. Again this week, coming out the gates in the first quarter with the scoring drive. This offense is putting the college football world on notice.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. They couldn't draw up a drive better than that one. Just gashed them for the big play in the running game. 1 snap, 1 touchdown. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. The returner will field it and try to set up his offense in great field position. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. All right, guys, here comes the Florida State offense onto the field. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Grabbed over the middle. It's Harper. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They moved the chains. They marked it at the 29. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Off play action on first down. He'll pull it down. Smashes through the tackle. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
And, man, I love my quarterbacks that want to make plays and make those big plays and scramble around and get away from people, but you got to tuck that football away. When you're going to run through arm tackles and people are around you diving, make sure you got that thing locked up. He did, and defense took advantage of it.
This offense has it with really good field position. Play action. Fires to the tight end. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground cover to pick up the first. And here comes the offense on second down. The run from the shotgun. He has the first and still on his feet. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And running backs are so good, so talented, so elusive. You see nowadays they really have the ability to make you miss, run you over. Unbelievable effort. Nice job. You keep that going, it'll be hard to stop.
It's complete to the left. Snags it with the sticky fingers and strolls in with the sweet feet for the touchdown.
Man, this offense has started this season off so good. 1-0 a week ago, right? Now building on it again. Great job putting points on the board. It's still the first half, but this unit looks dialed in.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. He'll take the return and try to improve the field position. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something together with this possession. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Offense gets set for second down. Trying to hit the sideline on the right. Great penetration by this defense, and they knock him down behind the line, a loss of 1. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Sends it back in motion. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Release to the back. Finds his man. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38. The Seminoles come to the line with a new set of downs. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Pocket breaking down. He'll pull it down and run. And he moved it slightly forward. Defense played it well. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. And it just squirted through his hands. He wanted to take off and got too anxious. Ball is at the 41 as this defense tries to force the punt on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He lobs one high down the left side. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. And the Seminoles will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. He'll get it out to about the 20-yard line, and that's where they'll mark him down. And the offense out on the field to go back to work. They put 2 touchdowns on the board in the early going, and now right back to work. Turning it on! They get it out to the 36 and on the move after a pickup of 15. They came out humming on this drive, and now it's 1st down from the 36. Looking downfield on 1st down. And he just flat dropped it. I think he wanted to run before he secured it.
When you talk about versatility at the running back spot, you got to talk about this guy in the conversation. He already has caught a touchdown in this one. They're still trying to throw him the football. That one goes incomplete, but I would keep this up if I'm on offense.
You know, with defense, it's this pick or poison game, right? Like, I got to play a little bit soft and make them run the football, but when I do that, I give the running back space, and right there you can tell he takes advantage of it.
They'll try to drive ahead on 3rd and short. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the 1st down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The offense will put it in play from the 47 on 1st and 10. To the air on 1st down. He finds a soft spot in the middle. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41.
Stop me when you've heard this before. 1st down. 1st down. 1st down. Just continuing to put 1st downs together. So far, this defense, they just can't find any answers.
It's 1st and 10. They've moved it to the 41. Looking to throw on 1st down. And the defense making a play, getting a hand on that pass. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go?
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on 1st down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him, and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there.
I want to give a shout-out to the defense there on 3rd down, doing a really nice job disguising their coverage because it looked like they confused the quarterback. On 3rd down, really nice job getting back into that zone and making sure that ball falls incomplete.
They booted away on 4th down.
And these punt returners want to make big plays, but man, oh man, did he make a big mistake, flipping the field position, defense flying in on him, and he did not secure the football in that play.
And the offense heads out onto the field to get the drive started. After a punt on their last possession, they are set up in plus territory this time.
And honestly, it wouldn't have mattered if they scored.
There he goes! He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. Got 8 on 1st down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. Pulls and fires it complete to the right. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. They're bringing the chop. They're bringing the noise on 3rd down at the Dome. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Steps into the end zone for a touchdown.
Well, I know it's a very small sample size, and we've got a lot of football to go this year, but what can you say about this offense? How explosive and impressive they look. Top 5 in the nation in scoring, and you can see why. They've got speed and playmakers all over the field.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Boys, expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category. SMU rolled to victory today in a game where they not only capitalized on opportunities, they created them. And that's the way this coach wants them to play every week. Regardless the outcome today, guys, these are still 2 quality programs. Proof the sport is as healthy as ever.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Wildcat look didn't get much. Picked up a few on that one. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Pulls it in. It's Terrell. And he runs through 1 tackle and picks up a few. And the Noles come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. He's going to look for a man on 3rd and short. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion. The Seminoles decide to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He was working his way toward midfield, but they'll stop him at the 46-yard line. And let's see what kind of ball plays this offense has ready. They could not have drawn up a better start than this, already up 21-0. Pressure coming. Going to try to get it himself.
It's going to be tough on this defense containing this guy because he's got that 6th sense to get outside the pocket, and at that point, he's throwing it and hurting you, or you can take off and run. That time able to get the 1st down. Big challenge for the defense moving forward.
Big turning point as we head into the 2nd and get this game rolling again. So 1st down here as they go back to work. Hand off from the shotgun. Got enough for the 1st down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And there's really no secret to it, David. When this guy's running well, this offense is so hard to stop.
It opens up everything, and he's having a great day, showing you a little bit of everything, and this offense has got it rolling on the ground.
Off the play fake on 1st down. Dumps it off in the flats. Gets away from one, finds room. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be 2nd and just a few breaths away from the 1st down. Less than a yard to go to pick up the 1st down. They go to the draw. Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down.
It's great to have a physical offensive line that you can count on, that you can just lean on them up front and fall forward and get 1st downs. Man, what a comfortable, what a nice spot to be in if you're an offensive coordinator.
Just outside the red zone, 1st and 10 from the 21. Right back to the well. Oh, he's got some room headed to the goal line. And he barrels into the end zone for a touchdown.
I think there were a lot of doubters that wondered how this team was going to be able to handle this environment and whether or not they could find success early in this game. They have proved all of those doubters wrong. They have been dominant in every phase, on offense, on defense, and on special teams, and they are piling it on here early in this game on the road.
The kick is up and good, and put one more on the lead. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. On the move from inside his 5. And the returner will be dragged down. They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. Looking to throw on first down. Finds his tight end. Just a quick rhythm throw there and really good use of the tight end.
Yeah, good use of the big fella. I mean, go through your progressions real quick. You can't find anything. Get the easy gain. Don't take a shot down the field all the time. Take those shots later, but take those easy, wide-open opportunities to get some positive chunks.
I just love quarterbacks that aren't greedy and that aren't always trying to throw the home run ball.
They'll snap it from the 39, 1st and 10. The inside handoff. Makes it past the marker. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. The give to the back. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
All right, guys, looks like we've got a great one in Tallahassee going on. And if you thought that was a quick first half, you'd be right on the money. 2 workhorse running backs who just kept pounding the rock behind offensive lines who look less like college kids and more like bulldozers. Call it ground and pound, call it pin and pummel. Both sides have been dominant, and I'm curious to see if either defense can make an adjustment. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Doak Campbell Stadium.
And the Seminoles will boot it away to start the second half. And he's not going to take the touchback. Stopped at the 26, brought it out of the end zone, picked up an extra yard. This crowd still bringing the intensity to open the second half. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Not quite in rhythm there, incomplete.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. Sometimes it's not about a fancy play design. It's about just getting him the ball and letting him play.
Especially nowadays with running backs being so good out of the backfield. You know they're going to catch it. There's so many ways to use them, but exactly. Get it to him, let him break tackles, let him make plays. Easy decision.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical and they're trying to stay on the field.
Now a first down from the 45-yard line. Wants to go up top on first down. Fires to the tight end. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains and they're set up at the 41.
One of the things I love about the passing game we've seen on offense so far here is just how good the decisions have been by the quarterback. He's not being too greedy. When the shot plays have been there, he's taken them, and they've scored points because of that, but he just takes what the defense gives him, and you're just whittling away, and you're marching the ball down the field. Really good decisions by the QB. This is going to be a big key for him, David, with the lead here in the second half, running the football, right? Staying on the field and bleeding the clock.
Yeah, run the football. You're ahead. You can be a little bit more conservative. But again, this opens up.
A shot toward the end zone. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Behind the chains now on second and long. The give to the back. He's brought down just running hard in the red zone, and he'll be just a few inches short. A cacophony of noise, debilitating surround sound, the war chant on third down at the Dome. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
And that's so tough as a defense because they only got to get inches. But I got to find a way to somehow get a knockback. Stop the running back's feet right there. I couldn't do it. He gets down.
Breaks into the open. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And it's a touchdown.
Really nice job by the quarterback getting through his progression. He wanted to throw that football down the field, but nobody was open. He never forgot about his running back, running the swing route, spitting it out to the perimeter, and letting him do the rest for a touchdown.
And the point after is good. Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Okay, guys, the Florida State offense returns to the field. They're down by 21 points, but you get a touchdown here, and you do at least apply a little game pressure, Jesse.
It's true. I think for them to get back in this one at this point now, they need the quarterback to play his best football. He's going to have to be good really pre-snap, David, making sure they're in the right looks, and he's got to be really good with his decision-making.
He's got to be dialed in because defensively you're giving up points. So it's not like you have the luxury of your defense playing great. The offense is going to have to score and score pretty dang quickly.
On third and short, the run and looking for the first down. Stopped in the backfield, and this defense has forced him into fourth down. The Noles will bring the punt team onto the field. He'll put a stop to that return as he gets it up to the 41-yard line. Okay, so here comes the offense returning to the field. Really good balance on that last drive. They mixed it up all over the place, Jesse.
Yeah, how nice, too, to have the defense on their heels because at this point, they don't know what's coming at them. They had problems stopping everything that last drive, David.
So I think this defense would come back with a little more aggressiveness. I mean, they let them have what they want, and now they got to dictate to this offense a little bit more.
Boy, did he look as if he was going to go. Gets it down to the 37.
To be honest, I think the quarterback was a little bit surprised himself at the play call that came in that time. You've got a 3-possession lead here in the third quarter of this game. You're probably expecting some short throws, some runs. This play caller is still asking for shot plays. And listen, you're the quarterback. You're happy to oblige when you've got the playmakers you have offensively. Just keep chucking it.
Line getting set on second down. Running back searching for a hole. Finds a crease at the 20. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
Another good run. Man, he has been picking up yards in bunches today. Jesse showing off all the skills.
And he's showing no signs of slowing down, David. This guy just gets better as the game goes on. He is a beast.
From the 14-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Trying to make that rush think on the draw play here. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the right. Couldn't quite haul it in. They almost had their first pick here late in the game. And on 4th down, they'll try to salvage the drive with a field goal. He splits the uprights and puts 3 on the board. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. They've got a long road ahead of them if they want to get back into this game, but they have nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Oh, the offense looks as if they fell on the fumble, and they'll keep the ball.
Great job by the defense forcing the fumble, but a bad, unfortunate bounce, and the offense pounces back on it.
The Seminoles trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? They're about to wear this punter out. He's already been out 4 times, staring at a 5th if they can't move the chains. Rushes on him, and he will be sacked at the 6-yard line.
And this defense is just simply not playing around. They've got a big lead, and they're not playing big prevent coverages, bend, don't break. They're just going to let this offense dink and dunk the ball down the field and waste time. 3rd play of the drive, they get a sack. They're staying aggressive, and they're getting after this quarterback.
Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Strong run, picks up 6 down to the 22-yard line.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Setting up the screen. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Here they come up to the 23-yard line, not thinking field goal, wanting to convert this 3rd and short. He's got enough. It'll be a first down. They've got it at the 12.
It's hard to stop great runners. It really is. That's why you run the football consistently. You got a big offensive line, a big physical unit. You run the football like this, man, it will take a toll later. But you got to tackle this guy over and over again who has this ability to make people miss and make big plays.
They'll finally get him stopped at the 1-yard line. What a run there.
Well, right away after picking up a first down, they go right back to their playmaker at running back. And I love the push they got up front, getting a hat on a hat, opening a huge hole for the back.
And you become so hard to defend when you can run the football successfully on first down.
Bowls his way into the end zone for a touchdown.
After that amazing performance in week 1, this offense wasn't content. They felt like they left some plays out on the field, even though they were able to get that win. I feel like they've taken another step. They've raised their intensity level. They've raised their execution. This team is going to be a contender this year. You can just feel it.
And the extra point is good. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll bring it back. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. Wants to throw on first down. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover.
Well, defenses get excited when they see the quarterback in an empty backfield like that. They know, hey, if I'm not going to have to beat a running back or a tight end to get there, if I get to him, I might have an opportunity to knock this thing loose, and that's exactly what happened for the defense.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Trying play action. Gets it to the back. Defense makes the tackle, and that will probably be the final play of the third quarter. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Plenty of time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Looking to throw on 3rd and goal. Looking to buy time. And with the pressure on him, the quarterback goes down, and we've played 3 quarters here. I guess if you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive 4th quarter comeback. They'll try to start this final period by putting a 3-spot on the board. Absolutely perfect. Well, that's just piling on. Not the penalty kind, just the mean kind.
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, 4th quarter was sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest this way, and we looking pretty good.
On the run from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. All right, guys, here comes the Florida State offense onto the field. This one feels as if it's starting to get away from them a little bit, Jesse.
Yeah, Reese, there's a lot of teams in college football at this point that would just quit. So, David, we're going to find out a lot about this team right here.
Yeah, just running out of opportunities. You give opportunities away like this, you're trailing every possession is going to be important from here on in.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to pass. Bought a little time, lets it go. He's got it down the middle. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. They're going to go to the air on 3rd and short. Bringing the heat. And it's incomplete on 3rd down.
Got to give this defense credit, guys, because all game long they have forced their opponent to be one-dimensional. They haven't allowed anything to happen in the passing game. As a result, we're here in the 4th quarter. They barely allowed over 100 yards passing.
Will not get there. A 4th down stop. And the offense takes over to dip into its bag of ball plays. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. So now it's 2nd and long. Gives it to the back on the draw. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front. 3rd play of the drive, and they need to take advantage of this field position by making something happen on 3rd and long. Makes the grab. That will be enough to move the chains and give them a first down in the red zone at the 14. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
Handoff from the gun. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. It's incomplete. He was shooting for the end zone right there. And this kicker is turning into old reliable. He's already knocked through a couple today. Never a doubt. And that'll add 3 more to a lead that is already way out of hand. They keep pushing that lead out, and the kickoff team's getting some work. Out of the end zone. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. They're lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they have dialed up for this one. He'll take it himself. Got the first down and still on his feet. They finally make the stop, and the defense out of sorts against that Wildcat, and they give up a big play. The Seminoles, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. Use the play fake, now to throw. And he dropped it, just didn't look the thing all the way in. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Couldn't connect on 1st down, now back to the air. Firing to the right, complete. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Nice job, defense. You always hear people talk about tackling the catch. You saw it right there. There was nowhere for that receiver to go once he had possession. As a result, no gain.
And here's a fumble way behind the line. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way. Touchdown.
You practice these moments as a defense, but you never know when they're going to come to fruition. But how about it? The scoop, the ball's on the turf. They scoop it up. They take it to the house. The defense takes care of business. And
might be decision time if the defense can get a stop on 3rd down from the 45. Trying to pick it up on the ground. At the 35, he's open. Now well within. Okay, ready? It'll be a draw. Creates a little space. Got enough to move this.
yeah, they've had a day, and it's the complete and total offense. They got the ground going, and obviously this is why you see him. You're going to feature him because he can churn those legs, get those extra yards, but they've had balance, throwing for touchdowns. Like, this offense has been very complete today, and that's why they're winning so big.
No big secret what they're trying to do here. They've kept it on the ground. It's 1st and 10. The quarterback just lost track of the play clock, didn't get the snap off quickly enough. They'll move it back, and it's 1st and 15 for this offense. And apparently oblivious to the concept of the play clock, it's another delay of game penalty.
Delay of game. Offense.
The offense couldn't get the snap off in time, and it'll cost them. Now it's 1st and 20 for the offense. The give, and tick, 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 tick. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Well, the defense finally able to make a play, getting a tackle for loss. They haven't had many of those today because this running back really has answered the bell. They knew coming in they were going to have to give him the football, force feed it to him, and let him go to work. He's done that. Well over 100 yards rushing in this game, and the defense just has not had the answers consistently for him.
Here comes the offense on 2nd down. Out of the gun, the give to the back. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup.
And this is exactly where you're going to be as an offensive coordinator. Like when you've got the lead late in the football game, just run the football, eat the clock. Man, they put a good day together. They've had their way with this defense. A lot of positive things to point to. This is one of those weeks when you watch tape, it's going to be really fun to watch it. Not like when you get beat up. A lot of big plays from this offense.
They're trying to slow that rush down with the draw. How about that defense getting back there? He'll lose a couple.
That's a nice job by this defense, getting in the backfield quick. They got in there so fast, anticipating pass on 3rd and long, but they reacted so well to the run, get the tackle for a loss, and now probably going to force the punt here.
Nothing like stomping a guy in the teeth when you got him down. They'll try to tack on 3 more. And this will be a 41-yarder coming up from the right side. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. A delay of game penalty like that just riles up the defense even more. And here comes the field goal team. Salt, meet open wound. And this will be a bit of a challenge, a 46-yard attempt from the right hash. That delay of game penalty pushes the offense back even closer to its own end zone. And here we go, final play of the game right here. Trying to get it to the marker. He will not. Now this team has consecutive wins, and when you start expecting to find ways to win games and you expect that you will perform well enough to do so, that's really hard to stop.
It's a mindset, Reese. This team has it right now. You can tell their players trust each other. Big situations arise in games. They're looking at each other in the huddle on the sideline, expecting to make the play that's going to help them win games. This team incredibly mentally tough right now, David.
And you start to build that mental toughness when you start to string together positive weeks and you start to string together positive plays. Now you know you can do it. It's not, we talked about it in the offseason, oh, we want to do this. Now you're starting to execute it and put it together on the field.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.